Hi everybody, welcome to COVID Kitchen. We're going to try something that sounds a little bit fancy today, but I'm hoping it won't be too difficult, and that is turkey stuffed peppers. So we've got some red bell peppers here that are quite beautiful, and we're going to cut them in half, and then we're going to fill them with a ground turkey meat mixture. We're going to put in some onions and some tomato sauce, chicken broth, some spices, and we have some brown rice cooking. You might see the steam off to the side here. We have some brown rice currently cooking on the stove top, and when that's ready to go, we're going to mix it up with all of our other ingredients, make a nice meat mixture, stuff those peppers, sprinkle a little cheese on top, and then bake for about 45 minutes. So it is a bit of a lengthier recipe, especially because you have to start with the brown rice, which will take 35-45 minutes depending on how much you've got going on here. I need 1.5 cups of brown rice, of cooked brown rice, so measure accordingly with your with whatever package you have, whatever brand you've got going on, to come out with 1.5 cups. So we're going to use that, and we're going to add in all the other little goodies into a skillet and then stuff those peppers. So what I like to do when I have a little bit of downtime as the brown rice cooks up is attempt to prep some of the other ingredients. So I'm going to try to do the peppers. I'm going to hollow them out as best I can. And so that's going to be attempting to remove the seeds from them and then cutting them in half. So I want to retain a kind of a cup feel for the pepper, and so that it will be able to hold the meat. So that's good. That came out well. And now I'm just going to cut this guy in half. And there you go. So take out the white parts, hollow it out a little bit more. There we go. Try to get it as nice and clean as possible. And then in the end, it's not perfect, but you have yourself a nice little bowl there that you'll be able to scoop the meat right into and create a nice little bowl. Okay, so we've got oil in our pan now. We're going to start prepping the meat. We're gonna make that meat mixture. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add garlic, about just 1 clove. We got about a tablespoon of cilantro. We'll add a little bit more. You can definitely use parsley for this as well. Parsley would be just as fine as cilantro. We've also got a 1/4 cup of some onions to kind of flavor up this meat that's going to go in. So we're going to saute this guy for about 2 minutes before we add the meat and the spices. Just kind of get them a little bit softened up and making the kitchen smell nice. I always love that garlic and onion smell. And we will be back in 2 minutes. Alright, so we've got our onions and our garlic all cooked up, and now it's time to add the ground turkey. So we've got ground turkey here, and we've also got some spices. So we're going to do a teaspoon each of garlic powder, and of ground cumin. And now we're going to cook this guy for about 5 minutes. Oops. While we break it up. Oh, I'm going to get out the old, my ground meat whooping stick. And I'm just going to start breaking this guy up. Feel free to really get your anger out on it if you want. Be careful with the pan, of course. It is a plastic tool, so maybe it's not too damaging to any of the pans, but still, you don't want to use a really nice pan and then start scraping away at it. But we'll brown this meat, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so our meat is nice and browned and nice and seasoned up. We're now going to add a cup of chicken broth and a 1/2 cup of tomato sauce. And we're going to mix that in. And we're going to lower the heat. We're going to bring it to a boil first, and then we're going to lower the heat down to a simmer and let that go for another 5 minutes. At that point, our ground meat will be done, and we'll be ready to try to stuff the peppers. So we've got our meat all heated up, and it's just about ready to go into the peppers. We have one more thing to add to it, and that is the cooked brown rice. So we're going to throw that in there. That's going to soak up probably whatever's left of the remaining liquid. Stir it around a little bit. And now we're going to see if we can start filling these peppers. Whoops, making a mess. Well, got my peppers here. And we're going to see if this will work. I've got a slotted spoon to try to avoid a lot of the liquid. And they're going in pretty well, yeah. Not really having a problem here. One was a little messier, but hey, they're not all going to be perfect. All right, that's it. It's looking pretty good. It's honestly looking pretty professional. Yeah, look at me go, like a real chef. Alright, so we're getting done. I filled up all the peppers here, and I'm just going to finish up with the remaining meat that I have here in the skillet. Now what's going to happen next is that I've got a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese, and I'm going to put that on top of the peppers because everything is better with cheese. And then we're going to wrap it in foil and put it in the oven. And then it'll cook for 45 minutes. So we'll be right back. So this is how they're looking right before we're putting them into the oven. We're gonna put foil on top here of the pan, and then we're gonna put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 45 minutes. All right, so our stuffed peppers should be done, and I'm taking them out of the oven right now, and we're gonna see how they turned out. Turn it off here, and we're going to take off the foil, and they do look pretty good. I'll bring you over and you can take a look. So that's how they're looking. I'm gonna make myself a little bit of a salad, and we're gonna plate these guys, and we're gonna see how they taste. So here we are with our stuffed peppers, and they look pretty good, and hopefully they're gonna taste pretty good. They were not that hard to make. A little bit lengthy in the cooking process, especially from start to finish with the cooked brown rice. But if it's something, it's not like brown rice is something that takes a lot of effort. You pretty much throw some rice and water in a pot, and it boils itself. So not a ton of effort into the oven. It looked pretty good. Let's take a look. Get a little bit more to make sure. I'm tasting a lot of the pepper. Let's see how the meat is. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And I'm glad, because I'm gonna have the rest of it for lunch over the next 2 days. So would have been a pretty big disaster to have for 3 meals, if it was poor. But not bad. I enjoyed it. I hope you like watching it.